What's going on? Glad to be back with a new tripod so I can actually show y'all what we're going to be doing, and instead of just showing little bits, before and after. So what I've been wanting to do, I was kind of running out of things to do with the razor, so I figured I would go ahead and do this, and it's going to be, went out and got some 6.5-inch marine grade Rockford Fosgates, and these are them, or at least one of them. Yeah, it's a pretty nice speaker. It seems to be so far. Got a tweeter in the center. Anyways, what we're going to be doing with that is, like I said, putting it in the door of the razor. And what we're going to use for that, call it what you want, but this is just roof flashing. That's it. It's like your sewer and everything comes up through the hole there in your roof. That's it. Go to like your Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, get these for like $4. I got the plastic one with the rubber in it, and what we're going to do is cut that out for it to basically sit in there like this. Now it does fit perfectly. I just cut out a little bit on the center. It even comes with the little silver tabs in there, and that's actually what I used to just go around. I still got to do my 2 more. I was just test fitting it, but just kind of did a crude cut around there, fit in there, and it does overlap just like a little bit. If you can see that right there. So it does overlap just a little bit, just depending on the speaker you get, brand, everything of course matters, but the actual speaker itself fits perfectly. This part right here fits perfectly on the lip of that one. So what I'm going to do is, when I pull this back off, I'm going to silicone up all around the underside of this, slap it back on, and then whenever I test fit it to the door, this will all be siliconed around here. Real nice seal, and then I'll kind of show y'all how I want to mount this onto the door itself. And also, if you look flat at it right about there, you'll notice that the speaker bottom barely comes out, but since this is flexible, it'll be able to contour to it, and it's not going to interfere with your flat surface mounting. So, because how this is going to then go will be, it's going to fit in right about there. And yeah, I mean, you can trim it up however you want. I am going to trim it up some right about here to make it sit a little bit higher, like for it to sit right about there. And my plan is for this edge right, these are the Bear Claw V2 doors, so if you're going off of this, we're going to use the Bear Claw V2 doors with the flashing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, the top hole right about here, that is going to bolt up to this hole right here, and then I'm going to use it all the way across. So then, but then I want the top, this one hasn't been cut yet, so I want the top of this to be up here. And when it's all said and done, that will sit about perfect right there. I'll then take this, trim it up real nicely, kind of contour it in, and then what I'm going to do is go and get some black, the same as these, your door hardware, but I want it to be black Allens, and then wherever it's not bordering, like say there, and there, it's going to be the black Allens. So overall, it should be sitting there. And when you do close it, this will, essentially be about there. It does not interfere with me at all. If it's perfectly right and beside my side there, over my arm, I still can lean up against the door. My body will be right about here. Lean up against the door. This will not, so far in test fitting, it has not interfered with me at all. So then once you get them mounted, you just, I'm just going to pretty much, this is where I'm going to drill all my holes. I still got to put it up on the door frame and get my holes that I'm going to use on the door, and then I just went down to the corners of each one, up like 4 inches, 8 inches, and then this one's like 5 and 10 or something like that. Anyways, so you get that. And then here's the overview of it on the razor. Overall, I mean, I don't really like the squared off panel look, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm kind of going over function, I guess, because what I want to do is, behind this whole thing, I want to put a big bead of silicone all the way around here. And so if I would have trimmed it up, whatever, I just don't think it would have looked right. And I'll go around to the back side here in a minute. But as far as it being in there and everything, that's where it'll be setting. And your body will lean up against right here just fine. It doesn't hit right here. It doesn't hit on me anyways. So yeah, I've got 4 across the top, 2 in the middle here, 1 at the bottom, and a down around. And everything, I mean, does line up as far as top to bottom, top to bottom. So there it kind of is overview from the outside. Like I said, where all these holes are right now, they will just be black, black small buttons, button head bolts like that. So it will blend in. I think this area right here, all the stuff that I've added will blend in just fine. And if not, then still it kind of, it's rivets. It gives it that rivet look, you know. I mean, it's got to be better than that crap that they came from the factory with. I mean, how well it lines up. These are 350 doors though, by the way. I'm not too worried about it. These aren't the like 600 whatever doors. There's no need for that. These are doing the exact same. And also seem like it closed better. Actually, now that it does close real good with some of the weight on there. And then to run the wires out, what I was gonna do was like chop it in here or something, but I think I'm just gonna run them out from underneath the shielding here. Just run them out. Yes, there is gonna be some that you'll be able to see just because you can't really tie it off with the door having to hinge open and closed. I'm just going to take it and go from here into my cage. I don't think I'm gonna do it down here. I'm gonna do it up here, just so it's a smooth run and flow from there, and then of course up into my amp up there. My wires ran up through the cage. I got to finalize that part into the speaker or into the amp. So about ready to silicone up the speaker housing. And what I did to kind of prep, wow, that's bright. Kind of do what I prepped up for it was I just put a extension in there to space out the doorway. Got some long bolts there so I can close it in, because when you put it up in here, you know, you got the silicone. You don't want it to smear, so you want to put it up in there and then close it real tight. Okay, so there's no right or wrong way to do this. Just a big fat bead around, kind of around the bolt, so you know that it does make actually pulls it tight against the silicone. I'll get ready to put it on. Want to, probably get a bolt or 2. You guys, this is just the highest quality of accuracy that you can have on a custom job like this. Pull out your spacer. Start your first revolt. And that's why where these long ones come into play, because then you can take that, spin that down, and hold that one into place right there. Position up your door. Take this one, close that one in, tighten down that one, tighten down that one. So this is where I'm going to end the video, and everything is done, like I said, other than just the bolts that I have to get. But this is the gist of what I'm doing on the speaker system. I wish I could play you a sound clip, but I don't know how the whole YouTube and copyright music stuff works. So this is what you get. The only thing I might kind of do later on is take those washers and paint them black, just to blend into the door a little bit better. But once again, I mean, God, what does it matter? This is a mud machine. It's not a trailer queen. I don't care, honestly. It works. Like I said, rivets. Rivets are cool. People airbrush that stuff on their bikes. So just think of it in airbrush. I mean, whatever. And just all I gotta do is loom that up. But yeah, it is loomed up here. And we're done. It sounds clear. It sounds beautifully. If you see me at the park, let me know, and we'll jam out. We'll jam out this deep, but when we're this deep, these don't play anyway, so we can't really jam out. But when we come back out of the water and, you know, stop and party, we'll jam out. See y'all later. Thank you for watching.